response to last week?
Yeah, it was. It was always going to take time. I mean, they've been really strong in their past 3 games that we scouted. Probably could have won both and 2 of those 3. So we knew they were going to hang around. They were going to compete. I thought in the second half, though, it looked like a game that we wanted to be involved in. I thought we were dominated. The entries probably reflected that. So it was pleasing to hang in and finally get the result.
Were you a bit flat in the first quarter, or was it just a result of the pressure that they brought? Because they were pretty hot.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, no, they came out ready to play and certainly were better than us early. We didn't cope with the pressure well enough early and didn't apply it well enough ourselves. And they certainly got their noses in front on the scoreboard because of that. So it's good to be able to identify it and then do something about it. And I felt like we did that probably to the back 10 minutes of that quarter. We started to play how we wanted to, so that was good.
It's hard to speak for another side, but do you think that where they are on the ladder sort of belies what they're capable of?
Oh no, they're definitely a better team than what the ladder suggests. I think most teams are. I think we're a better team than what the ladder suggests too. Certainly if you play the right way, you finish your work. I think we're in every game as they would feel too. So, we were very wary coming into the game that their best was certainly good enough to beat us, and particularly around the stoppage. We felt their stoppage game could challenge us, and to be able to take care of that, I think we restricted them to 4 goals for the game. It was a really strong defensive effort from our stoppages, and we certainly maximised them. I don't know how many, we kicked maybe 9 in the end from stoppage. So it was a focus area coming in, and we were able to get that job done.
It's pretty good when you've got a bloke like Toby Green who can set a game on fire.
Well, it is, and you need those kind of match winners in your front half to be able to turn half chances into goals, and that's what he did a couple of times. So, he's a special player, a great captain. He plays the right way and leads the right way. So, very handy to have him.
What did you make of that kick on the goal line of his?
It's just stock Toby, isn't it? It's just run of the mill. Look, to be able to think his way through that situation, he's wrapped up in a contest and toe poked the goal from a metre. He had a couple of other flying aerial kicks that didn't come off as well. So, he's a great player.
And what does that mean for sort of, you guys have had a few close losses and things like that. What does that do for sort of the squad, moving forward now?
Yeah, well, again, it's we play a brand that we want to be known for, that we want to try and continue to develop, and to be able to get rewarded for that is always nice. And as I've said in these a few times, we've been in every game without getting the result necessarily. So to be able to get some results going our way, clearly is really important for us. We got another tough game next week against Fremantle back home, and then we're into the bye. So, an important week, short week. We've got a 6-day break. We need to recover well, prepare for Fremantle, and try and get into the bye with another win.
What would it mean to go into the bye just with those two, by banking those 2 games?
Well, I think it has the potential to create some momentum leading into the back 9 games after the bye for us, and we'll be home away for the remainder of that year, which is normal. But it's an opportunity to start building the season and see if we can make a play for the pointy end of the season. And we're a little ways off that at the moment, but if we can generate a win next week through playing the right way, and who knows.
Would you be surprised if Himmelberg doesn't end up with an All-Australian blazer at the end of the year? Who knows? I mean, he had another really good game tonight. I think he's a really, really good key back for us. Can play tall, can play small. We trialled him in the first 10 or 11 games as a forward, and he certainly had impact for us. But I think his best position is half back, and he showed a lot of that aerial stuff that he can do today, but also win it on the ground level. He's going to be a really special back for us for a long period of time, I think. And just one more on Buckley. He had his hands full with Larky. He did really well most of the time, but I mean, you're not going to keep a guy like Larky down 100%.
No, certainly not. He's a really, really good key forward, one of the best in the game, Larky. So I think he ended up kicking 4. Bucks did have his hands full. I think Jack's season has been really, really good. And we typically always put him on the best key forward of the opposition. So he's had a lot of big jobs and ticked all of them off, or most of them off. Probably, don't know which way I went. Like he's kicked 4 tonight, so he probably went his way. But you've got to remember too, he's a more experienced guy. I think he's 25, but he's only played about 30-odd games. So I think with some more experience playing, he's just going to get even better. And I certainly look at him as being in contention for that. Certainly the squad of 40 All-Australian, the way his first half of his season has gone.
Anybody due to come back next week?
Yeah, we could have a few back actually. So Taylor, probably. Kelly, probably. Who else is there?
Isaac
Cumming, probably.
Jacob
Ware, probably. Now, whether they all come back in to the AFL, we'll work our way through that during the week. I suspect it to be unlikely all of them come back in. We hopefully get a few back this week, and then post-bye, we'll get Daniels, the first game back after the bye. So we're starting to get a bit healthy.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks, guys.